balmy shores of sunny Florida to the cold winds of Chicago and everywhere in between, you're watching the Red Wimet Show, live, coast to coast. Talk of the town, Mr. Red Wimet.
Hello, folks. Today is February 9th, 2026, and I am Red Wimet. And today is a good day. I see Christina's here. Joe, I'm feeling better. How's it going? Couple Josephs. Ma Vlog. Hey, Adam. Hey, buddy. Adam and I were just having an interesting discussion. We always have interesting discussions. He was telling me how he read about SpaceX, and it'll be 10 years before you can go to the moon. And so I said, Adam, aren't you going to buy a ticket? And he hesitated. Then he said, yeah. He said, I'm going to buy a ticket. And I said, aren't you just dying to get there? And he said, yeah. And I said, and then how old are you now? And how old will you be when your tickets are available in 10 years? And I said, okay. And then you can stay up there for 20 years and then come back and look at the world and say, wow, did I miss a lot when I was gone? It was so funny to me. I don't know if he found it funny or not, but I told him, I said, you couldn't just stay up there for, a day or a week or something like that. You have to be up there for quite a few years. And he said, no. He said it'd be like, I saw this, I saw that, look at this, look at that, and bang, I saw the flag, I saw this, I saw that, I'm gone. I'm coming back home. And I said, for bragging rights, you're going for bragging rights. He had me laughing. Anyway. Adam reminded me that however you want to pronounce her first name, because there's a lot of controversy about it. Miss Maxwell, Ghislaine, I call her. Gestalt, they call her all different kinds of names. But anyway, she was in the news today, and she refused to testify before Congress. I wonder why. It's not about innocence or guilt. She's probably guilty about something, but there's no profit in it for her. Can you imagine the arrogance of our Congress to drag her before them because she's locked up in prison? And once she gets there, ask her questions that are damning, intriguing, with no incentive to get out. I mean, when it's all over, guess what? She goes back to prison. That's it. While they go about their merry little business along the way. Where is the incentive for her? It's just not there. Anyway, I don't condone what she did or what she may have did or anything else, but it's a draconian sentence. And as I've been pointing out, the way the sentences are now and then the way they were 20 years ago, or maybe 30 years ago, are a whole lot different for the same crime that she committed. They're just a whole lot different. Do I think they're accurate? Do I think they're right? I don't know. They had ideas about this throughout history, about putting people on islands and stuff like that and just changing things. But then again, I'm a person that's been around too long, and it's called out with the old, in with the new. Get rid of people like me, because we have some ideas that are left over from younger years. And they may not always be as accurate as other people would like, but I'm not part of the woke society. I do not believe in it. I don't believe in, what do they call that? Where you, I was reading, I'll tell you where I was looking. I looked on the Denny's website. I happen to like Denny's. And when I was out in Las Vegas, I stopped and I ate at Denny's, and locally I've ate at Denny's. And when I saw that Denny's bases their whole corporate thing on a diverse platform. And when I saw that, I said, I, this is not what I, this is not what I signed up for. Yes, you're there. The woke society is out of control. It truly is. No doubt in my mind. But you know something? Some of them are smart enough where they will tell me bluntly, well, you're not going to be around that long anyway. And they're right. I won't be. And when I'm gone, take over. Do what you want to do. But don't expect me to go along with the program while I'm here, because it ain't going to happen. I'll be outspoken till the day I die, probably. It's just the way I am. Anywho, I'm still laughing about some of this, folks. It's funny to me. Ex-cop, thank you. Thank you to all of you. I'm feeling very good. Larry Cohn, thank you. How you doing? Hey, Red. Hey, Larry. Yeah, I guess I'm getting to be one of those pain in the ass individuals. I have my own opinion and my own ideas, and some are left over from my foundation when I was formed. I don't know. A Marine gets thumped on the head. He doesn't go complaining. He doesn't want to get kicked out of the Marine Corps. Today, they get thumped on the head. They say, oh, I'm going to call. I got to request mass. I got to do this. I got to. Doesn't happen that way. Okay. From what state was the flag in the background? Greetings from Germany. I live in Florida. I live in North Florida, not in South Florida. Big difference. I live not far from Alabama and not far from Georgia. I'm up in North Florida. Over on the East Coast or on the West Coast of Florida, the peninsula, are places like Jacksonville, Orlando, and if you keep going down, you get to Miami, and Tampa is on the other side, but not at all from that area. And the people there are far different than the people who live up here. It's like saying people in Wiesbaden are very similar to people from Munich. They aren't. I think they pronounce it Wiesbaden. It's spelled with a W. But Germany is very different also. Anyway, can you help it? No. Can I help it being the way I am? No. Good evening, Red and everyone. Hope that you're feeling better. I am feeling better, if you can't tell. Laughing uncontrollably, feeling better. The workers are out of contact with reality. They're trying to project people. Yeah, that's about the way it is, Gav. But they're trying to also control people like myself, like you, by running ads. That simple way. I didn't want to go here. How many people watched halftime on Super Bowl? Nobody wants to say they did, huh? I didn't. And therefore, I shouldn't be able to express an opinion on something I didn't see. Is that correct? I remember seeing that in a movie once. One brave soul. Falling walnuts. Love the initials, guy. Not me. I just have. I watched Turning Point. Oh, wow. Okay, Chris, you thought it was pretty good, huh? Okay. Who is the guy that millions of people paid to watch? Who is he? Bunny? Who is that? I mean, it's not like saying Cher. It's not like saying Elvis. It's definitely different. Okay. No, that was a disgrace in Spanish. They were doing sexual stuff. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I don't think that was appropriate at all. But then again, I don't agree with the NFL, period. That's why I stopped watching. I really love football. I really do. But it was time for me to let go. As in my subject here, it's time for me to bring out a lot of new stuff. And like all the old stuff, out with the old and with the new. Okay, particularly Bunny reported bad. Okay. Kid Rock did a great job on Turning Point. Now I have to ask you something. This is almost like saying Red We Met. Who is Kid Rock? Kid Rock? He ain't no kid. From what I understand, he's in his 50s, almost 60 years old. But Larry Cohn, you got me laughing. Big time Hispanic musician. Good show, but didn't understand a word of it. How can it be a good show then if you didn't understand it? You were entertained. Would you pay to go see it, Larry? Clearing cluster of oldies. Yeah, I am. Kid Rock once youthful. Yeah, but it ain't happening now. And Larry just answered my question. Would you pay to go see the show? No, he wouldn't. Since it was free and you could watch it on NBC, or if you got an app, you could watch on that. Okay, what do we call this? The Mambo non-English? It was definitely not something that's what I mean. Out with the old and in with the new, because I'm not gonna change. Why am I entertained by this stuff? I'm not. And I'm being suckered all the time, even on YouTube. If it isn't AI attacking me, it's some bullshit kid that's like, to me, they're a kid that's like in their 30s, trying to create a story that's not even true. But it's got 200,000 views. So there's 200,000 people out there that think it's true. Yes, Old Town. Old Town is nice now. And it was nice when I left, really. It was very nice. But when I first got there, it was a Puerto Rican jungle. It really was. It was very bad. Um, but like any ghetto, it's just the way it was. Behavioral resistance to change. You got it, pal. Chevy 11. Good to see you on the men. Thank you, Chevy. I feel good. A little water. Or should I say agua? New flash. For all you people that don't know, and there could be a lot of you, they changed the law in Florida. Now, the law used to be, I watched it change back in, I think it was 91 or 92, where they made the driver's test in Spanish and English for the Cuban people, and then the Guatemalan people. And then all the rest of the Spanish people that came here, they all needed it. And then there were some Polish people that came here. And so they said, oh, we want it in Polish too. So they allowed a moderator to go with that person and translate everything that they needed. And that's what happened. But guess what? Earlier this month, the first of the month, they changed the law back. Everything is in English now. It's all in English. And if your license expires in the near future, they will let you take, if you're a minority or someone that speaks another language, they will let you take the test over for free. But it'll be in English. And nobody's going to sit there and tell you what to read or whatever. There will be no moderators. It's not going to happen. PR jungles slow too. Yes, they do. Thank you. I like it. I definitely like it. DeSanto's the best governor in the country. I think he is. He's a great guy. He was before he was governor, too. The NFL president is woke. He wants to have a team in another country. Well, why not? It's the NFL. It's a private company. Let them do what they want. I'm through with them. I won't give them 10 cents. And I used to buy starting jackets and all the rest of their crap. Nothing anymore. I threw it all out. For me, the party is over. It was over a long time ago. I just didn't announce it. You're talking about governors. New Mexico has one of the worst governors. I watched a governor because of Nick Shirley, who is not exactly one of my favorite persons. I like what he does, but there's things that, I mean, you go in and poke the bear too many times, you're going to get slapped. Okay. Jim Jagger, it's 420. Okay, folks, he's telling you. At any rate, talk about governors. The traffic signs are in English. People should know how to read the English. Well, they tried to change that too in Florida. It didn't work out. They tried to change it, traffic. But anyway, while we're talking about governors, Nick Shirley was talking about Portland, Oregon. And naturally, they did a response. And they put the governor a little speech on. And the governor got up and spoke. Now, I was talking to Adam about this. And I said, I have never seen a governor like this in my life. You talk about lying, though. I mean, they all lie. I couldn't believe it. California, it doesn't matter. Minnesota, it doesn't matter. It's just Illinois. It doesn't matter. I don't know that he's the worst because he's just in line with all the rest. And the governor of Oregon gets up and says, we don't have any insurrection going on here. And they just showed all kinds of rioting and death threats made to Nick Shirley. And I looked at this and I said, wow. And it was different, very different. And the governor's saying, we don't need this. We don't have an insurrection going on. We can handle our own state. We don't need anything like this. And all of a sudden, I looked very closely and I thought for sure that this governor was a man. It turned out to be a woman. I mean, the haircut was definitely like Marine Corps cut. So I looked at it and said, wow. Okay, Skippy. Not far, sir. When you're gone, the communists will never control this country. I don't think they will. I hope they don't. I'd hate to see that the country that I bought into all the BS for back in the 60s, and I'm a Vietnam vet, and I'd hate to say that I hate to see that this all went for nothing. I mean, the things I've accomplished in my lifetime are pretty good. One of the things I did, and I'm very proud of, is the fact that I fought to lower the age for voting from 21 to 18. I belonged to what they called a young Republican Party, which was not popular in Chicago at that time. Not popular at all. But I belonged to that, and we fought for them. Old enough to die, old enough to vote. If they're old enough to draft you, and that's another thing, young people today don't even know what the draft is. They think that means you left the door open in the cold or something like that. They don't understand it. It's like over. It's different. Okay, Jim, you work in logistics. 75% of the drivers I speak to every day, English is not their first language. Well, there's a reason for that. Who hired them? Maybe they want some diversity in your company. Maybe they've got it. Trump said his soul, anarchists, Jews, and Israel. Oh, Trump sold his soul? No, I don't know where you get that idea. I mean, you can go all the way back to when Israel became a state, and the whole world looked at America and said, you were the only people that voted for him. And that had nothing to do with Trump back then. That was 1947. It's been a whole part of history. Each president has also helped Israel for many different reasons. What we have now is the media, and they can sell you a story just based on, whatever they want to say. It doesn't have to be true. JFK got along quite well with Israel. If you look back at history, he didn't have any problems with Israel. Okay, easy diversity without merit. Yes. This is a sad thing, Guy. All the people that fought and died. It's very sad. Lie. Cold 338. What do you mean by lie? I'm calling you out. What do you mean by lie? There you are, hiding behind your name and a picture. And the truth of the matter is, I'm here with my face, my name, my email address. I'm out there in the open, and I'm not saying anything about you. Not calling you any names, not calling you a liar, not calling you fictitious or whatever. There's a lot of things I can label you with. The media is bought and paid for? I believe it is. It's who bought and paid for it, though. We did. Hi, Red. And all. Good to see you. Feeling better. Thank you, Jim. Now, our whole country has gone into a thing. And maybe it's time I just step aside and let things be the way they were. The old stories about the outfit and stories that I can tell you about things that happened with me. It was different. And Larry Cohn, you're right. You're right there. Thank you, sir. JFK started the planting of the trees in Israel for those family members that died. Yes, he did. That's the way it was. Okay, here we're getting very political here with somebody that doesn't even have a name. They have a screen name. What do you think about J.D. Vance's wife, Trump's wife? Do you understand that they are creepy billionaires that want us to hate each other? No, I don't understand that. Or I really don't. I've never talked to either of them. And I have been to, when I lived in Palm Beach, I have been to Mar-a-Lago. I used to go to what they were like on Saturdays. They were like barbecues because he wanted everybody in the neighborhood to support him for all his flag problems that he had and all his other problems that he had. He was always suing the city of Palm Beach. And eventually the mayor for the city of Palm Beach went to work for him and left public service, and everything got put his way. But he did some real changes. And I'll tell you one of the changes that he did do, and you're not going to look at it. And it's not a matter of being billionaires here. It's not a matter of money. But here's the thing that billionaires run the world. You might be right. But some of those billionaires are like the owner of Amazon and stuff like that. They aren't all politicians. Okay, here's, have I read the files yet? It all has to do with money. Everything has to do with money. When did light bulb go in your head? It's been that way since the beginning of time, man. Another Maniac Monday. Yes, it is. Oh, there's a huge list of billionaires in the file, but does it tell you what their sex acts were? Does it tell you anything about them? No. But it's great news. The Epstein files have been released. Read them. Rush out there. Take a look at them. Oh, so-and-so's name was mentioned. Oh, he was on the island. She was on. Oh, news. No. Nothing new. Nothing new's come out. And Christina, you're exactly right. Money makes the world go round. And it has since the beginning of time. If you really go back and look, it's been that way a long time. So at any rate, my whole thing is to get rid of the old and in with the new, to try and adapt somewhat without falling victim to being a puppet for different people. There's some, I do a lot of YouTubing, guys. I watch different channels. And there's some people that I really like their channels. They got millions of views and they're really nice, but I don't agree with everything they say just because they're popular. That doesn't make them right at all. And specificity is communicating with the intelligence agencies, etc. Well, it's good to see you, and I hope you have a great day yourself. Whacked ham, Sam Sandwich. Glad you're feeling better. I was sick too. Were you really? What'd you have? Felt like Frank Schweiss after a drag queen beat down. That was something else, guy. You had to really be there. I mean, I could tell you the story, but you had to be there to appreciate it when it happened. Best of everything to you and your crew. Thank you. Whacked ham Sam Sandwich. Oh. Raskin reported to be at the U.S. Department of Justice demanding to see the unaffected files from 1998 when Epstein was arrested. There is no files, but that's when I lived in Palm Beach, and it was all over the news, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared. Nobody cared one bit. And all of a sudden, they've got a handheld device, and everybody's become an expert, and they all care. I mean, we really care about human trafficking. And it's like I said before about Maxwell, she's charged with some pretty bad stuff and convicted. And she's in prison for the rest of her life. She's never coming out. Tell me, what motivation does she have to talk about anything? She doesn't have any motivation. Like I said, when it's over, she leaves Congress and she goes back to her cell, and that's it. That's the way it is. They called a flu. It was awful. Yeah, mine was too. It was a flu. And I'm not really sure if it had a name or not. I really don't care. I've been lied to so much about the COVID-19 and everything else. I can't deal with it. 343 million due. Those that don't care are his supported. I think you're having a conversation with yourself because I don't know what you're talking about. There may be a lot of people that really want to know about this, but it's not really on my list. Yes, Saturday marks the 97th anniversary of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, because Valentine's Day is coming up on Saturday, which passes my Friday the 13th. And I don't go out of the house on Friday the 13th, folks. I just don't. I'm not superstitious about it, but I've been advised not to. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me. Every Friday the 13th, something happens bad to me. So am I somewhat self-centered about it? Yeah. Do I want something bad to happen to me? No. But I'm not much different than anybody else that way. English teacher Maxwell asked for clemency from Trump to testify in front of a congressional hearing, said Representative James. Okay. English teacher, I don't know what you're talking about. Maxwell never asked Trump for anything. Now, she may have asked people that work for Trump or something like that, but it's crazy. It really is. And I don't see any reason for her to talk about anything. If I were in her shoes, whether I was guilty, not guilty, whatever, whether I was convicted of something like she is, I wouldn't be going along with anybody without asking for a free ride. I'd want something. I definitely want something. Scott H. I'm feeling good. Kind of feisty. Feeling good, buddy. A little bit on the wild side today. Duke, they're asking for you. Come here. Come on. That's how Duke is doing. Come here, big guy. Come on. He just sits here and waits. That's how he's doing. That's your ball. Take your ball. Take your ball. Take your ball. Good boy. Good boy. Take your ball. Now get down. Thank you. And that is how Duke is doing. He's a great guy. Anyway, folks, this is some of what I wanted to get into today. I want to thank everybody that cared so much about me that it was just, something that had to happen. I was sick and I still am a little bit, but I'm on the mend. I'm feeling really good. Duke is with Gomp. Did you notice? He's a lot bigger than he was. His head is the size of his whole body when I got him. He's a very, very big guy. And he understands everything I say. I say his name, his ears perk up, and his head comes and looks at me. I mean, he's a very good dog. He loves to please. He's special. They're all special. The way I raise them is like they're special to me. So, Tim Peroni, I hope you're feeling good. Excuse me. No names will ever come out. Too many powerful people. And that's the rumor. That's the rumor. And whether it's true or not, who knows? I mean, that helps everybody with a handheld device that's watching me and watching somebody else. I mean, they come up with their opinions that way because somebody else gives them the opinions. Hello from Germany, Mac 1401. Hi, Red. Where does Duke sleep at night? Where do you sleep at night? Wherever he wants. Usually on the floor. Usually on the floor by my bed or by the door. On the doorway. He'll guard the doorway. That's usually where he sleeps. Now, when I first get into bed, he jumps up on the bed and he's got to lick me to death. And then I chase him down. I don't tell him to go down. I just tell him to get away from me. And he goes and lays down. So that's the way it was. Mac 1401, you love Texas and the people. Texas are good people. It depends on the person, though. It's like any other state or any other city. I mean, are all people from Berlin good people? Or are all people from any country or any state good people? No, not really. And Texas has some bad spots too. I mean, Adam was just talking to somebody the other day. He told me, he said, well, there's a few people in Texas that, I mean, he said, oh, he said, generally speaking, it's a great place. And he said, with a few, I think he called it libertards or something like that. And the guy turns around and says, Yeah, well, I'm one of them. And I believe he was on a tour, and Adam was really felt like swallowing his tongue after he said that. But it was what it is. Ryan Brown, hope all is well. Thank you, Ryan. How you feeling? Are you recovering? I hope so, buddy. Yeah, for some people, it's a ghetto. Berlin is a ghetto. Christina wishes you well, Ryan, and hopes you're doing well. Thank you, folks. That's why Adam charges up front. It don't make me laugh anymore. It's a crazy world. My life has been a crazy world. It's been up and down, up and down. I've done some crazy things. I haven't even talked about I haven't talked about 1/100th of the things I've done in my lifetime. I've just done a lot of things. And I lived a crazy life. And I've been in a lot of places and I met a lot of people. And I did a lot of things. But when I look back at it, I have no regrets. I mean, it just happened. It wasn't anything I planned. I don't think I ever planned anything in my life that worked out. That's just the way it is. Yes, I was in the infamous year of 1968. I was with the Chicago Outlaws. Good memory, Scott. That was a big year for me. I did a lot of things. They frowned upon me hanging out with Milwaukee Phil, and they frowned upon me hanging out with Tony Spilaccio, Joey Lombardo, and that crew. So they asked me to turn in my colors, but I never did. Nobody really wanted to fight about it. Bill Crawley. Red, I believe someone, REA. I don't know what you're trying to say, buddy. Bill. But I definitely believe we should, I should make a change. Okay, Ryan Brown is giving me, thank you, Ryan. Good. I get my stitches out on Wednesday. Healing well for the scar that goes from my calf to my ankle. I'm dumb and stubborn. Okay. Were they against the outfit? I believe that they feared them. They actually feared them. Even though they had big numbers, they feared them. Okay, here we're back to Bill Crawley. I believe someone asked CO. I don't know what you're going at, guy. Christina is wishing you well, Ryan, and heal up. I think we all wish you that, Ryan. You know, I wasn't sitting there on the knoll and I wasn't hanging out there. And so I didn't see it happen. I really didn't. So did James Files and Charles Nicoletti kill Kennedy? That's a tough one. I mean, there's people that say they did. And people say they didn't. I believe they did. That's the way it was. I can understand why they feared the outfit. Yes, they really did. I mean, aside from everything, they didn't have the one percenters that they do now, or they did afterwards. And those people really wanted to go home. And they really wanted to live a good life, even though they lived the way they lived. Bill Crawley, I guess you're getting into this. Red, I believe someone else asked the Trump campaign, so relief of Maxwell. Yes, you're accurate. Somebody did. The camp. There's somebody asked in there, but I don't know who. I mean, when you catch it on the news, they say the Trump administration. Just like they asked Trump if he'll, although there's memes going around on Facebook and everything else about it now, I don't think you could ever put the genie back in a bottle or the feathers back in the pillow. But he had looked at an ad that went up, or a meme that went up, and it related on the bottom part of the ad. It related to or meme. It related to Barack Obama and his wife. And the truth of the matter is, it didn't work well. It depicted them as monkeys, had their faces on the bodies of monkeys. And everybody said it was foul. I mean, that's a foul. They scream foul. It's wrong. And I don't know. You know, I've seen memes with President Trump with his head on the body of a lion with his wavy hair. And it was just wow. Okay, did I know Files or Nicoletti? No, I never knew Files. I saw Chuck Nicoletti with several times, many times, with Milwaukee Phil. They were partners in crime. That famous head scene, he was there for that, where they put the head in the vise. And because of Frank Collada, it gets all the recognition that that Tony actually did that. He didn't do it. He was there, though. He was part of it, but he didn't do it. Because of the movie Casino, it was like that. Did I know? No, I didn't know him. Did I listen to him? Yeah, I listened to him talk back up. I didn't have any business to know him. He was probably one of the heavy hitters that you just don't want to go around and ask things. Did I go to Santa Fe for the races? Yes, I did. Over on Wolf Road. I used to go out there all the time, Santa Fe Speedway. I went out there for the TTs, the motorcycle races, and I also went out there for the other things, the stock car racing and everything else out there, demolition derby. I went out there for a lot of things. I liked it. You could always smell castor oil in the air. Jason Barnes, when File gives this account, it's detailed, and it's always the same. He sounds very believable. When he first told his story, Jason, when he first told his story, I forget what year it was, but he was in Statesville prison at the time. And there was a guy, I didn't even know about it. And there was a guy that contacted me by the name of West. And he knew also what you folks know. He was a retired agent, but he knew that I had known some of those crooks or crew, and he wanted me to verify. And I talked to him after I talked to somebody else to see that he was okay. I talked to him, and I told him there isn't anything I could give him because there really wasn't. I didn't know Files. But I started watching Files on YouTube after that, and he did as far as I know, he got immunity from the state of Texas for murder. And at that time, there was no federal crime of murder, so the federal government couldn't charge him. So he could say whatever he wanted to. And I believe he was doing it just, I don't know, to go down in history. But I believe him. I really do. There was something else about him that I didn't even know. When he was arrested, there was some things in the news about him. Joe West. You're right, Tim Peroni. His name was Joe West. He called me at home. I talked to the agent, Zach Shelton, too. Zach and I became friends over a period of time, and he became totally disinterested in it. Hit the like button for Red. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it. Maybe we can get this one pushed out there a little bit. Yeah, Jack Shelton was a great guy. It wasn't Shelfron, it was Shelton. Goff. I ordered Files' book, and his wife sent me a really nice letter along with his book. He's got terminal illness. That's terrible. We all die. All of us die. It's just a matter of time. You might say I'm terminal, but I don't know what with what. We're all terminal. It's going to happen. If cancer doesn't get us, or some weird disease, heart disease will. It's just a matter of time. So anyway, folks, I want to thank all of you for stopping by. And I want to say, oh, Tim. Yes. Zach Shelton. He was, well, by the way, he lived down in Houston, Texas. He was a retired agent. So anyway, folks, I want to thank all of you for stopping by and joining me, and all the well wishes. We can all wish each other well, because I care about you just as much as you care about me. Believe me, maybe more. But until the next time, take care. God bless you. And this is Red We Met, over and out.
The combination of the videotapes and We Met's testimony resulted in the conviction of 2 men on extortion charges. One of them was Frank Schweiz, known in syndicate circles as the German, a feared mob terrorist and a suspect in a number of gangland murders.
He was described to me by other outfit individuals as the most feared hitman. And as he said to me, my reputation precedes me, son.